Yeah, hello guys. Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the Football Fan Zone with your boy Timber Banks. And guys, this evening we'll be talking about transfers. Before the boys or the guys comes in, you know, we'll be talking about transfers, and we've seen some kind of like weird transfer going on, and some players have been linked, and it's crazy. I saw that what's his name, Frank De Jong, or should I say he's been offered, or Manchester United are looking to go for Frank De Jong. For me, I don't understand. If the article, there is truth in that article that Manchester United are really looking into bringing in Frank De Jong, then it means I don't know what to say. Honestly, because we all know what Frank De Jong did to these guys. We all know what Frank De Jong did to Manchester United. So does this mean that Manchester United are so desperate for a player whereby you can see and understand that a player does not want anything to do with you, but yet you'll be willing to go in for a player who does not want absolutely nothing to do with you guys? That'll be very, very interesting, man. I'll be looking at that, and I'm also going to be touching on we're talking about transfer, like I said. So let's get into it together, guys. Let's get into the show together. And please, if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time of coming across the channel, please do not forget to please subscribe and also like the content. But moving on, guys, we have seen what's his name, Zubimendi being linked to Liverpool. Zubimendi has been linked to Liverpool as reported by Fabrizio Romano. As reported by Fabrizio Romano. And it says here, Liverpool are exploring move for Matthew Zubimendi as new midfielder, as there is 60 million euros release clause into his contract. Talks will follow between clubs and on player side. Now, if I remember vividly well, I can recollect that PSG have actually gone in for this guy. He said he wants to stay in England. Arsenal have also gone in for him. He decided he wants to stay in Arsenal. And I think Manchester United, if I'm not mistaken, have also, inquired about his services. And he says he wants to stay in Spain, not in England, in Spain. He wants to remain in Spain. But is there a possibility of him joining Liverpool? Because if Liverpool are looking into, talks on Zubimendi, does it mean they've got the green light to actually strike a deal? And for me, I think it's going to be a very, very good addition, though. I think it's going to be a very, very good addition for that Liverpool team because, like we all know, Liverpool do not have a defensive midfielder. They don't have a CDM. And Zubimendi goes in there and just clicks immediately. He goes in there and clicks immediately because they don't have, as it is, they don't have a CDM at the moment. So that means automatically he will be the first. He will be like Anslot would have gotten his man, and I've seen so many people are really, really excited about him. Of which I don't blame them. I understand why they'll be so excited about Zubimendi because he's a good player. Zubimendi is a very, very good player. So it will be a very, very good addition for that Real team. Man like Drex. Drex,
Can you hear me now?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. How about now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and
I
clear.
was saying
How you doing? How
apologies
you
to the
doing?
viewers for just coming in right now. I just got home and I just jumped on the thing, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah, welcome to the stream, man. You're welcome to the stream. All I just want to just talk about is just I was talking about what's it called?
Zubamendi.
What's his name? Zubimendi.
Yeah, he,
I was talking about Zubimendi because he has been linked to Liverpool. And there's something I still want to ask you because I was watching one of the stream you guys were doing,
mhm.
and there was something you were trying to explain to the guys on the stream, and they are not really getting it. They are getting out of point. So
Because
I would also want to. I
they
think that was
thought I
the
was,
stream.
yeah, they thought I was going to go off on the manager, right? They thought maybe, yeah, I was going to go off on the
Yeah.
manager. Because a lot of people actually, if people that know me know I'm balanced, right? I don't follow anybody
Hmm.
hook, line, sinker. I have my own perception of things, how I see things, right? So
Opinion.
my own opinion, and so it's, and I always used to say it every time. And maybe I haven't said it in your show, but every time I say this thing, I said my opinion is not the gospel. My opinion, they are mine, right? And I don't have to agree with
Yeah.
you. So sometimes you might say something,
Yeah.
I'm like,
True.
yo, bro,
True.
that thing I didn't see it that way, right? But now that you brought it to the light, I could see it in your way
Hmm.
now. I understand why you could say something like that, right? But that, so that day, that I
Yeah.
did not really on I was I think you were talking about the game against Liverpool, the preseason game. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah. And I think this guy took you out of context. What's his name? Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was basically
Mark took you
saying,
out of context. And
yeah,
everything you were saying. Go on. Go on. Go on.
I was basically saying that um whilst I understood what Mark was saying in terms of um do I really expect, what do I really expect from players that are worn out? It's like not expecting anything from them, right? But I'm
Yeah.
saying to myself, like, whilst I understand that, I'm saying if we're gonna go into this season with the same set of players, then what are we doing?
Hmm. Yeah.
Bigger bot is that bot rigs or something like that? You know? So what are we? The
I don't
question
think
is,
it's Buttricks.
are we really prepared? So when I use the word,
Yeah. For the
when
season.
I use the word, we are not prepared for the season. Maybe it triggered the thing of saying, "Oh, you're writing off the season and all of that," right? It was more like we're going
Yeah.
to go into the next season with the same players that we know. We know their deficiency. We know their limitation.
Already.
It's
Already.
yeah. So it's to me, because I had Banks. Remember the last time we had the show? I was telling you I have very optimistic and all of that with the moves, right? But
Yeah. True.
after I saw that game, right, and I saw the same mistake, right? It could be, one could argue it's tactical, one could argue it's personnel wise and all of that, but it's the same
Yeah.
mistake. It's so
It's
obvious
true.
that either the manager is not passing his information properly
Instruction.
across, right,
Yeah.
or these guys are not taking it on board. So I for one want to have decided to say, okay, I'm going to be on the other side where I say these guys are not taking it on board. So for us to
Yeah.
have, because we've seen new players come in, we've even seen players like Dalot, who Ole did
Yeah.
not want, did not rate, but he came in. This new manager came in. Dalot has bought the manager's idea from the very get go, right? That this
Hmm.
manager got into. So I've seen players take up the manager's instructions. So it's that's a sample. That's enough for me to actually say, you know what? It's not actually, maybe it's not actually the manager's instruction. Maybe is the application or execution of the manager's plan that is faulty right here. And that's got to do with personnel.
Yeah.
So when I saw Lindelof,
Yeah.
especially for that second goal, bro, that second goal gave me almost.
Hmm.
I don't claim what is not mine because I'm a man of faith. I can't say what is not mine, but that second goal just gave me a flash back
Hmm.
as to what we experienced in the season that just
Like
came. I'm like,
we've been seeing it. We've been
and I'm
seeing
like,
it.
yo, so
We've been seeing it.
if we don't have Martinez and maybe a Delete, or
Euro.
Martinez and maybe a Euro, so is it the same set of players that this is the same set of players that we would see? The same Lindelof, if they don't move them on, this is the same set of players that we will see, right? That in itself just made
Yeah,
me just disconnect. I just all of a sudden lost interest in that game.
yeah.
If you notice, I
And
was
you're right because
quiet.
one thing is,
I was quiet all
yeah, yeah,
through,
yeah. I could see,
and
I
people
could
thought I
see, I
was
could see.
angry, but I wasn't angry. I just lost interest in the game. I just had to be on the stream for my brethren. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I
yeah. I
was there.
understand because
If not, I would have logged off, and maybe everybody would have thought. And I didn't want to log off because everybody like, ah, Jet
angry.
is already angry
They will
now.
think you were angry. It's a good thing you were there because one thing is that I could hear everything you were saying, but they were not really getting what you're trying to point out. Because, like I said, it only takes one injury for you to see Lindelof and Harry
And
Maguire.
Maguire,
Then
even I
we
even
are
rate
the
Johnny
same
Evans
thing.
ahead of Lindelof right now. To tell you how
I rate
crazy
Johnny
it
Evans
is.
above both players. I rate Johnny Evans above Lindelof and Harry
And Banks,
Maguire.
ask
I
yourself
rate
the question: how old is
Lindelof.
Johnny Evans?
That guy is, I think it's 38 now. Going
Somebody
for
that's supposed to
38.
be playing retirement football that is just supposed to come in maybe 2 games, 3 games, right? Maybe
Yeah,
learning his trade as a coach under this set of
yeah,
managers,
yeah.
like
I stand
doing
coach.
internship.
Like Alcantara doing at
Yes,
in Barcelona.
like
Thiago
like
with
doing
as a flick.
internship. Doing internship under the same more like a player coach to be kind of thing.
Coach. Yeah.
But it's the person we want to put a huge burden on that we did last season. Everybody was like, "Oh, we shouldn't have signed Johnny Evans." We shouldn't have signed. But the man came in. We had the injuries last season. Bro, man did
And it
his
was
job.
one of
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was one of the best United defender last season, honestly. So I understand what you were saying, just that they didn't get your point. And as it is right now, we have seen that Ugarte, the deal is off. You know, that
I
deal
don't
is
think
off. Do you
I
think
don't think the Gatti deal is off. I just feel like United have been like, you know what, this is our say. This is our price. That's your price,
Mhm.
right? No, we are not saying, I
Yeah,
think United are saying come to us, and PSG is saying you come to us, right? But United have sensed
mhm.
that PSG are
Yeah,
not look. Banks is like this. I'm on the stairs here. You're on the stairs here.
yeah,
There's a flight of stairs in between, right? I'm saying
yeah,
I
true.
can't walk all the way up. You are saying you can't walk all the
Yeah,
way down. Now I'm saying, okay,
yeah.
can we at least meet somewhere? You are saying no, you cannot walk all the way there. So I'm telling you that, you know what? If you will not come down unless, if you know, at least get to a point where, you know what, I can still come meet you, then we might as well just
Mhm.
not do this thing, right? So, and you're like, okay, fine. And
Just
I'm
forget
saying,
about it.
so for
Yeah.
me, I wouldn't say it's off the table. The way they said it, right, we could agree. But for me, I'm just sensing
Mhm.
maybe there's going to be, somebody has to compromise, right? And a lot of people are saying,
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
it's not my club. I hope it's
true.
not my club. But what if it's your club, bro? What if your club has to take 2 more stairs upstairs? I'm telling you, or what if it's
Yeah,
PSG that has to take 2 more stairs downstairs? Yeah, come down.
yeah,
So it's a case of somebody has to compromise. Whether
true.
and these things that I know is banter that make people say you don't want to do it, but drop banter aside. Banter will still be banter. Banter is for fun. Banter is for all of us to laugh. Banter is
That's
not
fact. That's fact. That's
banter is
fact.
not an insult. Banter is not anything derogatory. It's for you and I
Mhm.
to enjoy, being rivals.
Yeah,
Banter has
true.
gone past the place of respect and laugh and being jovial. It's no more banter, bro. It's not turning into an
Mhm.
insult. At that point, I leave you alone, right? So forget about banter, right?
Yeah,
Club have to
yeah.
do what's best for both of them. If PSG say, okay, you know what, move 2 steps higher, we will take 2 more down to meet you at a certain level. Or you know what, move 2 steps higher,
Mhm.
we will just come down 1 step, but we'll throw you
Yeah.
something that we can use to talk to you, or that will make the meeting a little
Mhm.
bit better. Bro, who are we not
Yeah.
to say, okay, so but PSG needs to leave that spot and needs to be in the place and say, you know what, we are willing to negotiate. Don't tell me you're looking for you're looking to
60.
make a profit on a player that you know
You
that
don't
you've
want.
deemed, quote and unquote, you've deemed
I don't
surplus to
understand. You don't want him.
requirement. So Banks, ask yourself, if you was you that was doing the business for United, would you budge at that price?
No, but I said something. I said, why move now? Because I believe they should have left the deal before now. Because for me, I felt they are leaving a little bit late. I'm not saying that they
No,
should
no,
go for
no,
that amount.
Banks, no, 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 Banks. If you're looking to buy something from me, in this case, United are looking to buy from PSG, And okay, PSG say, okay, you know what? Go talk to the player because don't forget, I come to you first. Is this player
Yeah.
is this player for sale? Yeah, the player is for sale. Okay, I go talk to the player. I agree my deal with the player, right? I already agreed the deal with the
Mm-hmm.
player. So, bro, okay, let me go to meet the the selling club now. Yo, myself and the player have agreed deal, right? So what's the financials like? It's XYZ. Okay, this is I'm willing to pay X. No, we want to bank on Z, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back and forth, back and forth. Don't forget, PSG are not on the phone, staying on the phone waiting for United. PSG still had to do deals. So they were still
Yeah.
talking to Benfica for
Yeah. That.
Jao Neves. So it's a case of what's the best. I have to take your word back to my base and talk with my people and say, okay, this is what. So I have to get my financial analyst. I have to get my lawyers. I have to get everybody in and talk about it. And it's the player we want. Okay, you know what? There's an anticipation that since they've allowed us talk to the player, since they've actually listened to us, they might do a deal. So all United have been waiting for is this guy will do a deal. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
once they get Jao Neves over the line, they will do a deal. That's why the United just you didn't hear United ever being linked to Jao Neves again after the initial time, right? They might do a deal. This
Yeah.
then don't forget that thing was elongated again when report came and say, okay, Sancho was, they were looking to get. So all of us right here, we were saying they might do a deal. There might be a possible swap and all of that, right? So I believe that if
Mm-hmm.
the deal is off, is the minute this guy sense that, you know what, these guys are trying to take us for a mug, right? It's either we put our foot down now or we succumb. And if we succumb
Mm-hmm.
to them, there are like 4 weeks left in the window. That spells doom for us because anybody that we go knock on their door, they will say. So United are trying the current, and I think they will take a hit for this one. They will actually take a hit and knowing fully. That's why they come out with the lines of, okay, we are not going to put too much pressure on the manager. We're not too much expecting because they are trying to set, and I get it, right? One will say, okay, Drex, if you understand this, why are you pissed about the thing about your squad? I'll tell you why. I get the fact that they are trying to, from what I'm seeing, that they are trying to correct the image that United have in the transfer market. Don't forget, we've been run by
Yeah.
mobs. I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah. I
what they're
understand.
doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're trying
True.
to correct that
True.
image, right? So it's what can you give to make that image right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do in the market to change the perspective of a few elite clubs to say, okay, you know what, these guys that are here, no, we can't take them for a ride. If they say they're out,
Mm-hmm.
they're out.
Yeah.
If they say they're in, look at what we did with
They are
Euro.
in.
Euro, we want
Yeah.
you. We go agree the deal with the club. We agree. The club says it's for sale. We say okay, we go agree a deal with the club. Then we come to Euro and
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, Euro's been is between Real Madrid and United. Euro, everybody knows Euro would have loved to go to United, but United went there and do their thing and say, okay, and people are like, oh, they pay the law. If you are going to be paying that for that amount and all, don't forget that if it was the case of the player wants to come to United and this club wants to sell it, I believe banks. I'm telling you, I believe that that price that they paid, 50 something, won't be the price. But because we knew
Yeah.
the player was going to go, it was looking to go to Real Madrid, bro,
To
you
Real
have to do
Madrid.
something, right? And you have to do something.
Yeah.
So it's a case
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah.
don't because we did that with Euro, you think we'll come and do that with your player, right? And that's where the scouting network should come
Yeah.
in because it's gonna go.
And that is what you said is truth, man. What you said is the truth.
That's where the scouting
Well, don't
network
think
has to
because
come in.
yeah, 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 understand, understand. Don't think because they did it with Euro does not mean they're going to do it to Ugarte. Ugarte,
So
you don't want Ugarte. You don't want
you
Ugarte.
don't want Ugarte, and Ugarte has made it clear that although he would have loved to stay and play in the Champions League, he did not mind coming to United and playing a Europa League because guess what? You are making Ugarte look like he's not. So for the player, it's
Mhm.
like these guys don't want me. I know my quality. Now a big club like United wants me in a
Yeah.
project that they are starting. Bro, it's my time to go. Let me go show the
Hmm.
world who Ugarte is. Right now, do a deal. The one thing I like about the whole thing
Hmm.
is Ugarte has not come out to say okay to try to Ugarte has been respectful and all. I like that. Right? I like things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, true. True.
Don't. That's why when people are saying Brantwaite should force a move, I'm like, no, don't bite the hand that fed you, bro. Don't do that. Because those are traits
Yeah,
I
true,
wouldn't want a
true, true.
player
But
for
they
my
gave him a
club to
chance.
do. Yeah, those are traits I would not want any
Hmm.
footballer in my club to actually exhibit, bro. Like say tomorrow now, Real Madrid are coming for
Yeah,
Ganache and
true.
we're like, oh, Ganache force a move, go on riot. No, I wouldn't want that trait. So what you don't want, you don't give, bro. You don't give,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
So
true.
that's
That's
my
true.
own.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
so for me, I
That's
still
true.
feel like the deal will go through. We just have to, like, now. Let's moving on to your Zubemendi that you heard you talking about, right? It
Yeah,
was stated that Liverpool, the man didn't want to leave Spain, but there have always been that release clause about 60 m's in the of, yeah.
yeah,
So I believe that whoever triggered it, it's just a case of Euro, bro. You go to the manage
yeah.
the club and say, okay, what is this guy for sale? Yes, not for sale, but he has a release clause. Trigger the release clause, and it's all yours. And the same thing we did for Joshua Zexi, right? He had the release clause about was it 34, 40 million
Yeah,
euros. United went there and said, you know, we would like to buy this player. We don't have the release clause fee. We because for the release clause you have to pay the chunk and you trigger it. Let's do a deal where we pay you a little bit
hmm,
more above the release clause, but we break it down in
yeah,
maybe 3 or 4 installments, right?
yeah,
So if your player
yeah,
has a release clause, it's just for you to say, okay, release clause has been triggered. You go talk to the player and say, okay, would you come? Sell your project, right? And if the player says
yeah.
no,
True.
bro, au revoir, bro. You walk away, right?
On
Because
to the next one.
don't forget that you could actually stay there, right? Maybe you'd be like, okay, you know
Hmm.
what? A couple of weeks, this guy will budge, right? Because of the maybe you get people that like being a toaster, like sweet mouth people, people that can talk the talk, people that can know how to convince. You get your best to go and
Hmm.
they do the deal, and the man's like, you know what, the project that they've been selling to me, talk to the family and all of that. Okay, we're ready to go, bro. Boom, and you've agreed
Yeah,
terms with the player. Release clause is not a problem. You go meet the club and say, I don't have your 60 m's now. I'll give you maybe 62 or 63 in XYZ time, and deal is done. So for the Zubamendi thing, if Liverpool are interested and is he interested? Because I know Liverpool has their midfield department is actually stocked up, right? So they have people like they have Gravenberg, they have Endo, they have they have they have
yeah.
Saboslai,
Curtis Jones,
they have Jones,
McMallister, Saboshla
McAllister.
as well.
So their midfield department is actually
Oof.
is good. So adding Zubimendi to that list means that one of the names we just called is going to suffer. Maybe might be Curtis Jones, right?
Yeah,
So
because they don't have a CDM, a natural CDM, man. They don't have a natural CDM. So I think Zubimendi might be the one that they will take. Now, I want to just touch on because we've seen that Fran de Jong. I don't know what Manchester United are doing. I don't know if it's rumor or it's actually a fact. And this is Manchester United made an approach to sign Fran de Jong from Barcelona. They are willing to do a deal around 30 to 40 million pounds. Drex, what do you have to say about this? Being a United fan, because one thing is that we all know what this guy did for to Man U. Was it 2 years ago? This guy is the part of the reason why Casemiro is at Man U right now. Fran de Jong. So, like,
Temba,
what do you have to
please,
say?
please. Sorry to cut you. Please bring Mpanza's comment up, please. I didn't see that. I've addressed it before we went into this topic. Let me
Okay,
give him 1 minute. Let me address him 1 minute quickly. I love you.
Gaza.
Big up yourself, Mpanza. I love how. Thanks for actually joining us. It's not you took out your time to come share with us, right? So he said, "I love your channel, guys. You do a great job. Thank you so much. You guys are the reason why Banks and I are here, right? So this is boring and
Yeah,
pathetic
yeah,
for
yeah.
Unions now, right? They have shown that they are the same as the Glazers. Mpenza, let me put it a little bit like this for you. The Ineos has to. I think it was Banks I was telling you in the group. Ineos have 25% of the stake
Mhm.
at United. Glazers have 75, bro. A whopping 75. A 25% person stake at the club doesn't run the football club. It's the 75. The 25 just say, I have this department, I fix this department. Guess who signs the check? It's the guy upstairs. And if you know very well, right? I know Temba didn't believe it when I said it. Numerous reports have come over the years that
Yeah.
Avram Glazers is the one that decides. He signed, and that guy thinks it takes like forever to, just the same way a tortoise would take his time to walk, right? That guy takes his time to make decisions, right? So
Mhm.
whilst you are actually on the one hand trying to hold the Ineos, which you are in your right to do, bro, you're in your right, right? But don't forget that the Glazers are still on the other hand. So you have to marry the
Man.
two. Ineos might be moving with the speed of light. The Glazers are saying, shut the blind, shut the blind. This light is going too much my eyes. Shut the blind, shut the blind. So it does,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
imagine. So imagine coaches that have come here that have actually in their first season they do well. Second season they're expecting the Glazers to kickstart, like support them, and so they could go to the next level. And Glazers are like just folding their arms and you know what, taking dividends. So whilst I want to say put some level of responsibility on Sajim and his crew, right? Don't forget that Sajim is doing all he can to make sure that the sporting side gets better. And bro, last before we jump onto the next one, Unite 10 years of mismanagement is not a joke. 10 years of mismanagement of funds is not any company, any business that mismanage funds for 10 years, bro. By the time they are waking up to reality to want to set things right, bro, a lot of water have gone under the bridge, a lot of things have gone bad that it will not just take
Hmm.
1 day or 1 year to fix. You can't fix 10 years in a day, bro, or in a season. So what we are saying is it's gonna get worse before it get better. That's all I have to say concerning that one. So
Short so big up to you, man. Big up to you. Shoto is saying that the Glazers are more focused on making profit than actual performance of
give this
the
this give
football.
this give this shit short to wherever you are. I don't do alcohol. I would have wherever you are, go into the store, tell them to give you a bottle, a large cup of smoothie, nutritious one, because bro, you just stated everything in your statement. They are not see, they don't care about football, bro. It's numbers to them, numbers. Like, how do you tell
Honestly,
somebody, like, just buy a player, you sell shit, and you make. And guess what? The person that they hired at that time to do the job was doing a good job for them, bro. Ed Woodward was doing a massive job in terms of the commercial side, bringing the dividends to them,
true.
bringing the Benjamins to them. But what they fail to realize is the department of United as a football club, right, and as a business, right, the department that was
Mhm.
breaking in the funds for them, they were slowly killing it. So what they would have done, what would have taken them just maybe 2x effort, right? They were using 10x, putting a lot of effort, like to get, as to just using maybe 2x effort. What I mean by that is, imagine they wanted to get a deal, right? They will be saying a lot of stuff, trying to do a lot of convincing. But if the football is doing its job, you don't need to convince, bro. You just look at the reach, look at the
Yeah, true,
football.
true.
So that was how they got here in the first place. It was the football that got them in, bro.
But
So,
people were still blaming that guy. What's Ed Woodward? People were still
bro,
blaming
we
him
still
as
blame
well.
Ed Wood. The reason why we blame Ed Wood was because he was not just only the CEO. He assumed the
Okay.
post. Yeah, we'll talk about the De Jong now. He assumed the post of a director of football, a recruiter, a scouting head.
Hmm.
So it felt like
Hmm.
when the scouts brings report to him, right? Oh, we should buy this player now because in another 3 or 4 years, it's gonna be a big name and all of that, right? Woodward looked at it like, yo, bro, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna buy this player and I'm gonna sell shirts. And when I do it, I come and tell you I've sold shirts. So what's the difference? So that was it.
Hmm.
So for me, invariably, it was assuming the role of a recruiter.
Okay. Now back to the De Jong issue. One thing is this, man. Like I asked you, I want to have your say on the De Jong issue. What do you have
Oh,
to say
bro,
about De Jong?
anybody that knows me, right? Anybody that knows me know I love the young, right? I love the young, not just
Okay.
he fits what we are trying to do, like hand in gloves. No, see, Malabina.
Hmm.
I hope I didn't crucify that name, right? It's not obsession. It's
Malibina,
maybe
yeah, I
I,
think
maybe
so.
I, maybe I should start with
Okay.
this. It is Barcelona trying to offload this guy. Even the first time that we were interested in him, Eric Ten Hag just said he was interested. The time that the first time that we were interested in him, I'll tell you this: Barcelona were looking to move this guy on, and guess what? Barcelona called United and said, "Okay, are you interested?" And Eric and I was asked, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, I'm interested. If they're going to sell him, because it's one of those players they never thought they were going to sell. Like if you're going to sell Frankie De Jong, bro, I'm interested." And that was how the whole interest got in. And okay, the hierarchies were like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let's since Barcelona are actually trying to sell this player, let's get involved. Frankie De Jong would have been our player if not for the money that Barcelona owed him. Because at first they asked us, they asked for, was he 60 m's? We were able to negotiate it to like 50 something thereabout, and it was agreed at first. And all of a sudden, we heard it ended up being 70, right? And in my opinion, I was like, okay, that's 70. Did we factor in the 15 m's into it? Right? That in itself was agreed, right? But what I felt like, what in my opinion, what I think what happened was the fact that Barcelona were trying to be smart. Barcelona were trying to be smart the first time. Barcelona was trying to, okay,
Mm-hmm.
these guys go maybe because factor in if Barcelona sat down with them and said, okay, United have actually offered this X amount of money. Of that money, we will give you 10 m's, right? And let's come to an agree. I think that deal would have been done. But let's fast forward to this time right now. Whatever happened last season with Frankie De Jong is all paper talk. Right now, I still feel it's paper talk. But on the other side, I'm saying if it is true Barcelona, because it's Barcelona that is wanting to move this man on, not United going knocking on the door, bro. If United was going knocking on the door, Temba would have heard this news
Yeah,
the
true.
minute the window broke open. It's Barcelona that is looking,
Yeah,
it's a
true, true,
report
true,
that
true,
Barcelona is looking to sell
true.
this player. So because Barcelona is looking to sell this player, they know United have had an
Mm-hmm.
interest in the player. So who best to sell report papers? United. Who? That's it. And I would not believe this story until something
But man,
materialized out of it. But now your question,
okay.
do I fancy Frankie De Jong? Bro, I want Frankie De Jong in my team. The way the man takes the ball from the defense and progress and connects with the attack,
Mm-hmm.
bro. There are only few persons in right now that's doing what he does. You understand? So whilst I
Mm-hmm.
want the Jong saga to come to an end, bro. Whilst I want that to come to an end, bro, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that I will take him, bro. At 30 million, if anything more than 35 million, Barcelona should go and sell Moi Moi.
Now, this is what Evans says. Evans says, I do take him, good player, decent fee too. I feel he could come in and perform next to Kobe. I don't know if he do wants to join though. I don't know because at this point now, I don't think he has any option, man. He does not have any option because it's been clear that they want to ship him out. Then Moye says, I am really tired of this the young rumors. Let's learn to move on. He doesn't want us.
Moise, the thing
And
is,
that
Moise, it's not
was
like,
what he said that time, at that point in
yeah,
time.
he said that time, right? Because imagine you want to leave imagine a football club owing you so much wage, right? And you now openly say, okay, you are open to a move. Bro, they will package you and move
Yeah.
you. So the man has to, so for me,
And
it was,
they don't want to pay him his money.
at that time,
They
I
also don't want
felt
to pay
like,
him what they're owing him. Yeah, they don't want to pay him what they're owing him as well.
I felt at that time it was just using the statement as a tactics, right? To say, you know what, I am not going, I'm still here, right? We all
Okay.
knew Barcelona wanted to sell him, but if Barcelona did not want to sell him, why agree a fee with United back then? If the man had said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's open to the move to United, United would have gone to agree terms with him. Even reports came and said that terms with De Jong would not be a problem. The thing is for him to just say he wants to leave. And there was a reason why they were pushing for him to say he wants to leave. There was a reason, but I don't know the reason, but I feel like there was a reason behind that. So right now, what I'm still saying is, guys, don't let this news worry you about the whole Sir Frankie. It's not a saga. We all know how United were in for Snyder, right? For a long time, every
Mm-hmm.
season, Snyder, every season,
Long time.
so it felt like, come on, even at 50, 40 something year, we are saying no, bro. I feel like it's just the papers. Transfer window is here again. United are looking for a midfielder. Ogate is off. Why don't we just throw Frankie De Jong into the mix? Like I said, Temba, if we were actually serious
Um,
about Frankie, you would have heard in the start of the window.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, true. And she also is saying the young must go to United. United are still building and he needs a club that is built so he can improve his performance.
For me, I hear what you say there, Is he opinionated fact FC? I heard what you say there, right? In
Short so
terms of he needs to go to a club
fact.
that is built already, right? Is that a club that isn't he as a club that's built already, right? And they're looking to sell him, right? Which other club is interested in him?
Yeah, but I don't think that I don't think as a flick wants him though.
But that's the thing. Which other
No
club?
one.
Which
I
other
don't think
club
as
is
a flick wants him.
interested in him? He would have the year that we were United were looking to get him, right? That year, maybe Man City would have taken him. Maybe Man City can still take him now, right?
Yeah.
But Frank,
Mhm.
so if Frankie is going for 30 m's or 40 m's, don't you think other clubs in Europe will be looking at that price? I'm like, yo, this is still here.
But his
So
wages. Don't forget his wages.
see, you're going to factor in it. Frankie is actually on 100 and Frank is about to on a not up to 200, right? Excuse me. It was
Are
the
you sure? Every time
eh,
he earns
I
six
will
hundred
explain.
thousand
I will
plus.
explain something to you. No, Frankie is on 400 and something, not 200. My bad. 432, like originally, right?
Like after
This
tax or in
in
pounds.
euros.
Because in euro is set to be around 600,000
No,
euro.
I'm saying initially when he joined, it was 430 something, about 400 thereabouts in euros, right? Then
Okay.
once COVID hit, that COVID season,
Hmm.
they had an agreement with him, right, to
Okay.
renegotiate where he's going to be taking, I think, 120, and down the line,
Okay.
they will start paying him what? So from imagine from 400, they start paying 120. So there's a backlog of about
Wow.
300 and something, right? So they say down the line they will start paying
O-
him. They'll be infusing it into the thing. So that's where the old backlog came from. So that's where now, if you break it
Okay.
down, it looks like he's earning 600 and something. So I'm saying if a club wants to go in, that in itself will
Okay.
put them out, right? Because now, but if you want to do a business, and if Frankie is opening to doing that business with a new football club, it's very easy. Barcelona, how much do you want? Do you want 40? No, we cannot give you 40. Okay, you want 40. Of the 40,
Hmm.
how much is going to go to Frankie's wages to offset what you've been owing him? If they say no, we're not paying any of that, then you know that it's trouble. Just
Hmm.
walk away. Let them deal with their mess.
Okay.
But if they are willing, just the same way
Okay.
last season,
Like
West
I
Ham
love the
came
way you
for
just put it.
West Ham came for Maguire, and West Ham were like, "Yo, Maguire's wages is high, bro. Right? Can you do
Hmm.
something for us on our behalf?" And by the time they did their maths, addition and subtraction, it was like Maguire wanted 5 m's before he could make that move possible. And United were like, they're not willing to pay that 5 m's. What
Yeah.
did West Ham do? Okay, to your 10-told Israel, you stay with
They
your
left.
problem. We go on our own. Simple as that. Nobody killed nobody. United not
This is
still dealing
still
with
a
the
problem.
problem. United are still dealing with the problem. So that's so it does. So if United had
Honestly,
just said
man.
if United had just said okay 5 m's, okay, let's pay this guy, and these guys were offering 30, right? You push them to like 35,
Yeah.
and you
30
push them to
million.
like 35 plus add-ons, and they say okay 5 m's, and you pay the 5 m's. You know, okay, you have about 25 plus add-ons, right? You done that deal, that man is no more in your problem. That
Hmm.
190 that you are paying is no more there, because these players, they have a right to
It's
whatever
gone.
you owe them, because it's in their contract. You signed the
Yeah.
contract. So if Barcelona is saying that okay, it's 40 fixed, right, and you're saying no, because of his wages, let's
Hmm.
negotiate to like 30. Then Barcelona say, okay, if you're going to negotiate to 30, meaning that you're going to find a way, we're going to come up a common ground where you would pay something for the deferred wages. And maybe the club says, okay, we'll
Yeah,
give you
true.
30, we'll give you 35. So you guys sort out your problem, right? And you all agree 35. And
Hmm.
Barcelona is dragging their feet, which I think happened the first time. And Barcelona is dragging their feet to actually sort out the thing with the guy. Bro, you've not given them the money. You only have a verbal agreement. You just walk away, bro. When they're serious, they call your phone, bro. It is what it is, bro.
Hmm.
So for if Frankie De Jong is available and Barcelona are looking to move it on, yeah, United can put their nose down like, yo, what's the deal? What's the temperature here? Okay, this is
And
what.
someone was thank God that you've breaking down that salary because someone was asking about it. Ndando says here, can Manchester United match a salary? That is the real question. So they've broken it down already on how Dress have actually addressed it. And opinionated fact says the backer that Ansel Flick is scary now that they got Omo if they get Nico
William.
Williams, they will be able to go head to head with Real Madrid.
I
But
think
I don't see
Nico is.
that
I think
deal.
Nico is. I think Nico deal. Don't take my word for it, but I think Nico deal
He's
is
staying back.
off. Nico's deal is a little bit. Is in, they've hit an impasse on that one. I think is a reach a. I don't know. I don't want to. I would use the word impasse, but for now, I don't think Nico's deal is on, bro.
Okay. And Malabina says, what you have been a Manchester United fan a while, you just know what's fake and what's not. This is clearly fake news just to get views. Nothing meaningful will
Big
come
up,
out of this.
big up,
But you can never
Malibina.
tell when it comes to transfer windows.
No, you can never tell, but the man is spot on right there. The
Mhm.
man is
Because
actually
I'm
spot
a,
on. He's spot on because you could tell that they
it's
use.
a lady actually.
Oh,
It's a
she okay.
lady.
Yeah, so big up yourself, man. You could
Malabina is a
actually,
lady.
yeah, you could actually tell
Oh.
if it's a real news or it's fake news, right? But like I said, we should
Mhm.
not just discard everything. You could at least take it with a pinch of salt. At 30 to 40 million, if that's the quoted fee, and they've rang United up and say, okay, this is what's available for this price, and they've rang United up, bro, who is United not to say, okay, let's look at it and see if we could do a deal? Might not have told Barcelona
That's
up
true.
front and say we are coming. Might just hear that information and go back
Mhm.
into the office and talk with the powers that be, talk with the scout, talk with the coach, talk with director of football. Get everybody involved and say, okay, is this deal? Do we want to do it? What's the structure we should go after? And if United is interested, bro, don't. I won't be surprised if United go with like 25, bro, or 20 M's. I will
Mhm.
not be surprised. It won't
Yeah.
shock me, right? Because don't forget that this man is on a 400 and something thousand
The way they
pounds
are going right now.
euro per week.
The way they
So
are going right now.
they will have to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
negotiate that price, that is salary, down to something that they can pay. So by the time they're negotiating into like maybe
Yeah.
like 200 or something, right? Bro, they're not
Mhm.
gonna give Barcelona 40 M's. Barcelona, bro. So it's either you deal with your mess. The way I'm looking at Frankie De Jong, it would end up retiring. It would end up running his contract at Barcelona.
Yeah. So now, this is something Patrick says. Patrick says injury prone player. Nah, he doesn't want him because injury prone.
It's not
But one
really
thing is this: I
injury
don't trust that
prone.
medical department of Barcelona because we saw the same thing with Dembele. Dembele was a forever injured at
Oh,
Barcelona.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a point there.
But ever since he left Barcelona, play for
It's
PSG, he has always
like
been
week in,
playing
week out,
available.
week in, week out, week in, week out.
Yeah.
So
So does it mean that is the medical department?
So I have a very, very, very funny feeling. I don't know whether I should say it's theory, whether I should say it on YouTube. I feel
Yeah.
like if they want to move a player on, they have to create a scene.
Hmm.
I feel like if they want to move a player on, they have to create a scenario where they would have to move the player on. So, like when PSG was buying Dembele that time, I don't know a lot of people were like, "Ah, why are you buying Dembele? He's injury prone." Well, man went to PSG. I
Yeah.
don't, and he was playing like almost every other day, playing like
It
yo.
was every day.
I'm like, is this the same
I
Dembele
was
that
like,
they say spend holiday on in the hospital or something? But it is what it is,
mhm.
bro.
the young is a great player, but he's a bit overhyped. But with the right
No,
team
De Jong is
and
not
system,
overhyped
he
though.
will be a force to reckon with. And United Israel says a bridge can solve the links problem and defense space, and
Who's
that would be
Bridge?
nice because
Who is Bridge? Sanderberg, you mean?
I think he's talking about Saddam Bedge. Yeah, talking
Okay,
about Saddam
Sanderberg.
Bedge.
Okay, okay.
So I think he's
I
talking about
bro, I
Saddam
don't.
Bedge.
I'm not one to actually write player off because if you look at De Jong, right, you ask yourself, can De Jong do the job of a six? Can De Jong, if you look the way De Jong play, even people still wonder
Yeah,
today, like people still wonder up to until today, how did Busquets manage to play a six? How
yeah. But
this
Bosco was a defender actually. He was a defender,
okay, but how
a
because
lanky defender.
good because of the way he is, right? You were like, this guy, how's this guy even doing it? How is he holding it down? Right, right. So
Mm,
so
mm,
you can never write some players off like that, right? But the only reason why a lot of people are concerned about
mhm.
Sanja Bej is the fact that it's the Premier League. The pay is fast paced,
Yeah.
everything is tactical. If you
Mhm,
lose,
mhm.
if you snooze, you lose, that kind of a situation. So, but
Straight.
I'm indifferent on some of these players. Is he better than McTominay? Oh yes.
Yeah.
As long as
Like
it's old,
anybody,
as long
for
as
me, anybody
for as long as it's better
better
than
than Scott
McTominay,
McTominay
bro, man, bro, man,
is an upgrade.
bro,
Is an
man.
upgrade.
It's not what I want. Players that are actually, I want players that are actually that have that their football intelligence is high, right? But
Yeah.
if you're
Hmm.
going for if you're going for those kind of play and the club, see, don't forget, if a club does not want to sell, what are you supposed to do? Steal the player? Rob the club?
Mm-mm,
No, you walk away.
you can't.
And if you have
Yeah.
a budget, right? People are going to laugh at you though, but if you have a budget and you're saying, I'm putting my foot on the ground, and you're basically saying,
Mhm,
okay, you know what? Let's see what we can do. Because I believe my football club, Manchester United Football Club, the players in there,
mhm.
I believe that they are good enough to give us top four. Now, to win the
Yeah.
title, they have to do some additions and subtractions. But top four, yes, because why I say that is because
Now this is what
they've
I'm
been top
saying.
three before. They've come out third, and last season that they came
Yeah.
out eight, it was a factor of so many things, right? And we even came out eight on the
Hmm.
same point as those that were above us. It was goal difference kind of thing, right? So I believe that my team
Yeah.
has it in them to be top four, and on their day they could beat anybody, right? But
Yeah.
you need, if you want to take it up a notch, right, you need quality players. You need quality players.
Because that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when I talk about Ten Hag, people think I criticize the guy. I say one thing I believe is that the player backs man you have right now, he should still be able to fight for top four, top six.
The
And
thing
what
is
those players he
uh-huh.
has right now are
Mhm.
better than whatever results they are giving to us.
It's application, bro. Most of
Yeah,
those
go on.
players, they are used to a certain type of football, bro. It's application. It's got, see the likes of Martinez, see
Mhm.
the likes of Dalot, right? When those players, even Kobe Mano, when those guys are with the ball, you can sleep knowing fully well that there won't be error, right? Now, take those guys off the
Yeah,
Varane,
especially yeah.
Varane and Martinez at the bro. Varane and Martinez, Dalot and Luke Shaw. That was our defenders for the first season, right? We kept nine.
Mhm.
We only had 9 goals in the whole season. We only let in 9 goals in the whole season at Old Trafford. Best defense of the league, giving our goalkeeper the Golden Glove. Right now,
Mhm.
you move
Yeah.
that to a season where you are shifting and changing. Yeah, you don't have stability at the back. So Ferguson always used to say, you win a title with your defense, not even your attackers. Your attackers can score you the goals, but if your defense keep leaking goals, bro, you're in trouble.
Yeah, true.
So
Defense will
for
let go
for
through.
me, I feel
Mm.
like most of the
Yeah.
players we have now, they are used to police football, kick and fall, like counter-attacking football. Sit back, boom. That's what Ole builds them
True.
on, right? But this man is trying to say, okay, let's break that norm,
Mhm.
right? A few of them would. And the problem we have as a football club, the Glazers, they bought Casemiro when I know the manager did not want Casemiro. They say, okay, there's Casemiro
Mhm.
available. Would you take him? And the manager said they used the money that they were supposed to use to buy
He has
Delete,
no choice.
De Jong, to get, because it's the same
Uh,
70 M's they
yeah,
paid for Casemiro that they were supposed to pay for De Jong. That's the same money they use in buying Casemiro, right? So what am I trying to say
that's true.
is they were not being proactive; they were just being reactionary, and that has cost them
Mhm.
another. It's cost them huge chunk of money because now Casemiro looks like, bro, is done. That's, I don't want to believe that, because I feel like if we get the solid back four like we had in Ten Hag's first season, you will see the
Wow.
best
And
of
that's that.
Casemiro. You know, big up, Mark.
Big ups to you, Mark. Big ups to you, Mark. Big up, Mark. Now I want to touch on Daniomo. Like, what does it bring to Barcelona? Daniomo. What does it end up bringing to
It's
Barcelona?
I like the player because for me, Daniel can play almost across the midfield, left, right, center,
Mhm.
right? That in itself is enough tool for Hansi Flick. Depending on how he wants to
Mhm.
play, Daniel can play as a 10, adding to creativity. Daniel can play at the left wing, left midfield, adding to creativity. So it's how he balances it. I know United were linked to that Nilmo was the last season or Eric Ten Hag's first season. A lot of people were frowning.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had
yeah.
their eyes eyebrow raised. I'm like, yo. But we also saw what he did at Leipzig, right? So for me, is he going to improve Barcelona? Yeah, oh yes, he will. Oh yes, he will.
Okay, okay.
It will. It will improve Barcelona, right? But don't forget, I saw somebody on the chat say that they will rival Real Madrid right now, bro. Real Madrid.
Real that they are a bit far. Now,
No,
what
they're not a
Patrick?
bit
Patrick
far.
says
They're not.
Danny Olmo.
Go ahead. Let's get Patrick's thing. Big up,
Patrick
Patrick.
says Danny Olmo's quality was never in doubt. On a good day, he's one of the best attacking midfielder in the world, and he will surely boost up Barcelona attack next season. That is one I believe. I believe it will
Oh
really, really
yes, yes.
um,
People like
make them look good.
Lewandowski would
The-
eat. They would eat. They would
Look at
eat.
this statement yet. This one says here we are winning treble next season. Let's go, Danny Olmo.
Um,
Like it's crazy, man.
I know it's a new manager that Barcelona have a style of play, right? But the manager might see the thing is the manager might get found out in the league, and if they exploit it too much, it might transcend into Europe, right?
Mhm.
But you just have to wait and see. So Hansi Flick is a good coach, but we just have to wait. I know we are all doing this. Oh, okay, I know what this person can bring. I know what this person can bring. So if you add it together, it's supposed to give you something exciting, right? Which is going to be exciting to watch because I will say also I'll watch Barcelona next season, right? But it's going to be different. It's going to be a very tough one for him because if he gets found out in the league
Mhm.
more than a couple of times and it's early in the season, bro, it's going to be a tough one, bro.
Yo.
It's going to be a tough one because. But let's just wait.
Yeah,
Treble,
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like treble. It's not far fetched, bro. Anybody could win treble. You just have to get galvanize your team. See what Leverkusen did.
Yeah. Moya says, and finally, by Barcelona investing in creativity, can't wait to see almost shaking up the midfield. But with the price tag way heavy on him, like how much they get him for? Let me just check. How much they even
I
get
don't.
Daniel for?
I don't
I
think.
think it's around. I don't think the
I think
price
it's
tag
55.
we way too
55.
much on him, man.
55 million euros, I believe.
And I think is he? They are paying it up front. Is it a fixed price or there's
I
add-ons
don't
on
know.
it?
It has to be an add-on because
I think there should be add-ons on it.
let me go on X. It was supposed to be the money for Nico that they just put in there right now.
So, but would you have rather take Nico Williams
No, I
over
rather I'll take
Daniel?
that. I'll take Daniel Mo. Trust me. I'll take
Then
Daniel Mo.
Kepa says he's gonna ball seriously under Flick. Already knows the player Yamal, Pedri, and the likes match made in heaven. Man, and big ups to you, man. Big ups to you, Mark. Big ups to you, man, Mark. And Paza says Real Madrid will be having Mbappe, Vinny Junior, Bellingham, and Rodrigo. While Barcelona we have Dani Olmo and Yamal, who
Yeah, they have Yamal, so
are
that's why I will not go
even
for
better
Nick. I will
than
not go for Nico Williams.
Diaz. Oh, who are not even better than Diaz.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I will not go
Then
for.
Opinionated fact says
Yeah,
if anything, I'm looking forward to next season of football. We are going to endure all the big teams and making big means and the mean business. United is red. It says the young saga should end. Is getting 600,000 in Baka. He won't accept 150 200,000 in 15
yo,
for Fofana. 30 next season we will try to. I think that Manchester United have been linked to Fofana. And Fofana, I think they want to hijack the deal as well. And his money is 25 million pounds or thereabout. I'm not really sure, but I think it's 25 million. But I want to ask you a question now. I'm not really asking. Do you think Manchester United actually fumbled not taking that 20 million from Fulham for
for
Scott
who?
McTominay?
No, they're still
Scott
gonna take.
McTominay.
They're still gonna take it. It's not a case of if we form, but they're still gonna take it.
But they
bro.
walked away. About Fulham walked away already.
The Fulham will come back. Don't worry. The season hasn't ended. The window hasn't shut yet, bro. The window hasn't shut
That's
yet.
true.
So
That's true. Though.
let's not let's not let's calm. Let's be calm. Let's be calm. The window hasn't shut yet, right? Um, but the thing is, if we don't take, if we did not take this said fee for him right now, right? What's the guarantee
Mhm.
that we're gonna get the same thing next season? Because remember last season we got 30. Now it has gone to 20 something. Now next season is gonna be like what?
Yeah,
So
20. Yeah.
so if powers that be know what they are doing, they might as well just take it because next season is gonna be like 15 because the man might not play. So for
Mhm.
me, I leave everything. That's I'm not really bothered. I leave everything in their hands and let them do what they want to do.
Okay. Now I want to just touch on before I go, because everybody have been screaming about what's his name, Julian Alvarez. You know, sometimes I don't know whether, maybe people don't really understand the structure of the Alvarez leaving for what's it called,
Atletico
for
Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, and people have been talking about £81 million is too much, and I don't understand why people say £81 million is too much for
Uh,
Alvarez.
82.
Now, the reason why I
82.
said so is that £82 million,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, there are add-ons that add to that deal that made it £82 million. There are
Yes, yes,
add-ons on
yes.
that
They are
deals
add-ons. Yeah,
that made it
yes.
£82 million. Now, one thing I want to ask is this now, Drex, for you and people in the chat, please let me know. Do you guys think £82 million is too much for Julian Alvarez kind of quality?
For somebody Man City bought for like what 20, sold for 82, right? Let me
For
see if
14, they
yeah,
bought him
14.
14 million.
Yeah, so let me even put it at, let's say the fixed fee is like 60 and every other thing is in add-ons, right? Which is like coming up to 82. It's what they value the club, and that's
Mhm,
what Atletico Madrid evaluation is as well. They both met us somewhere and it's a deal. Now,
mhm,
it's for me, it's a good deal for City, right? For Atletico Madrid, they get a good player. Now,
mhm.
don't forget that Atletico Madrid has done deals that are even quote and unquote worse than this. They got Joao Felix after how many
Yeah,
season for 120. So they are sometimes known to do
yeah.
make moves like this, right? So I don't
Mhm,
know what, if you say 82, for me 82 is fair. Both parties are involved, so for them it's fair. I'm not going to question it because Julian Alvarez, don't forget, he's won Champions League, he's won the World Cup, he's won the Copa
mhm,
America, he's won the league.
mhm. Yeah,
He was part of the people that won the
yeah,
league 3 times. So
yeah. That's true.
when you buy players from winning team, that's the price you pay. You just don't pay for
Yeah.
the player, you pay also for the trophies or the accolades and that they've had.
And he also had 4 years contract still with Man City.
Okay,
He has
so
four
those
years
those are the things
contract.
that we put into consideration when you're looking at all of this, right?
Yeah,
I didn't really believe this thing was going to
yeah,
materialize like this. I just thought it was rumor at first, but it ended up materializing. And maybe, remember, Banks, I was telling you the other day that if this guy is actually putting his foot down to wanting to leave, Pep will tell him go,
yeah,
because Pep don't
yeah,
like players that
yeah.
actually act like this, right? Not that he
Mm-hmm,
acted poorly. I'm just saying when the players
mm-hmm.
actually looked making statement like, "Yo, when I get back, I would see my importance in the club," and when we start putting statement out like that, right? It's either two things: either
Mm,
the agent is they're saying this to maybe negotiate something bigger, which they've ended up
yeah.
getting by him going to Atletico Madrid. They would have his salary would not be what he's earning at Man City, right?
No,
Or
no. I think his salary was around the. They increased salary as well.
so
They increased salary as well.
whatever he says has made way for him. But I do, like, I know I said it, that Pep is not. If this is something that is real, they will sanction the move and good that. Yeah, for me he's
Now you see
better.
what Mark said now.
Yeah, I agree
You
with
see what
Mark.
Mark said now. I agree with Mark because I tell people I said overall play, Alvarez is better than Alan because Alan just offers you tap ins, inside boxing, but Alvarez, like overall, is a better footballer than Alan. So I understand why a player of his magnitude would want to leave for a better whereby he can be the main guy. Like this guy has come in playing as a midfielder, scored so many goals, like in the Premiership. So many most goals he scored at City were from as playing as a 10. He can play as a 10, as a right wing, left wing, as a striker, he can do all these things. So for me, I think it's better than Haaland. So I don't know why people believe he should stay there or why people believe he's not worth 81 million. He's worth 82 million, sorry, 82 million because he has 4 years contract with City. He has won Champions League. He has like that guy has finished football. He can just retire football right now. He has won everything.
No,
Yeah, like he
Vance,
has
you're
man.
not telling a lie right there. You're not. You're actually stating it. Like, what's the extra motivation he will be looking to get? Ask yourself the question: what's the
Yeah.
because he's done it. So now going to this Spanish league, now this is where we now say, okay, does do they put a target on athlete for Diego Simeone to win the league right now
Mhm.
because he's got this player, right? But
Yeah.
for me, the man is saying he's a 76 million pounds player. Bro, 76, 82. What's the difference? The difference is the add-ons, bro. That's it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
if you
That's
factor
the
in the
problem.
add-ons, you actually see that you actually right with your evaluation.
And I'm sure that they will put other add-ons on it. They will put other add-ons on it. They won't just put an easy add-ons. Whatever add-ons they put, it's going to be a
Don't
difficult
forget,
add-on.
it's profit
Whereby,
for Man City. Profit. 14 to
yeah, yeah, man,
82.
it's profit. You, man, it will help them massively.
14
It
to
will help
82.
them
Do you know what 14
massively,
to 82 means? Do the math,
massively,
bro. Hmm. So so
massively. It
like
will
I
help
was
them
saying,
massively.
this is where when I factor it back to my football club, right? So not selling
Mhm.
McTominay last season or Harry Maguire last season for the price that was quoted, and not selling McTominay this
Yeah,
season for the price that's been, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
honestly, it doesn't make
sense.
any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense. For me, I'm a bit disappointed that they did not let that guy go. Now, the question is this now, Drex. What will Man City do without Alvarez? Do you think Pep will explore to buy a replacement for Julian Alvarez?
Pep already has somebody that will take the place. It's not Pep already has the person, someone that will take the place, right? It's just whether that person can fit like hand in glove. That's another question. Somebody might now they've sold him. You might just get a
And who do
name.
you think?
We might get a name
Okay.
that they are linked with, and the deal will be done ASAP like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the squad at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna take the role of a supporting? Don't forget, Julian Alvarez comes as a supporting striker, so it's one of those roles that they could have
Yeah.
they are willing to do away with, right? It's not like he's
Mm-hmm.
a known right wing or a known left wing. The man is actually a striker. The boy is actually a striker, right? It's
Yeah,
just
he's
that it's
striker.
just a shame that Haaland is there and Haaland is the main man, right? So this kind of a deal is a deal that Barcelona or Real Madrid should be making, right? Because
Yeah,
this
true.
guy, especially
True.
Barcelona, this guy would cook at Barcelona.
No, no,
You-
not just Barcelona. I was expecting the lack of Arsenal, Chelsea should go in for this guy. Honestly, I was
you-
expecting Chelsea or Arsenal to go for
I
this guy,
think the boy
but
wants to
they did
go
not.
to he wants to go to Spain. I think he's got that Spanish thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Big Mark, are you watching?
Uh,
Let me send you Mark's link. I think I know I have Mark's link. I was
yeah,
actually
please
listening to
drop it
Mark.
on the chat. Please drop it on the
I was
chat, please.
listening to Mark earlier today before I came on stream. He was giving us a few updates.
Yeah,
Let me.
drop it, please.
So for me, I feel like because Julian
Okay.
Alvarez wants to go there,
Um.
yeah, he's gone there. United is red is saying something about why people hate and why
Now,
Bruno.
okay. United is red. Let me see.
Yeah, I posted it up. Also,
Okay.
it's not showing.
Okay. Send it. Let me post it.
Let me send it to you.
What is it saying? Is Bruno Fernandez best calm in the world right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Also, but
Then it says
he's been one of our
he's good.
most
He's good, no
influential
doubt.
player.
It's good, no doubt. It's good. It's good, no doubt. Why people hate and why Bruno Fernandes is the best for you? It might be the best for you. It might be the best. Like I don't think he's the best, honestly. You know. Wait. Okay.
I Banks, I sent you the
Um.
thing on Telegram already.
Okay.
The
Okay.
link.
Okay. 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 I received it. Yeah, I received it. Okay. I'll input it now. So for me, I don't think in the world at the moment is the number one. I think you can put him in maybe in the top three, five, yeah, if you want. But I don't think he's the best. You can put him in
Let me
top
tell you
three for me.
something
I
that
can put him in top three.
people already know. Put Bruno Fernandes. Give
Mhm.
myself and Mark. We're saying this thing. Put Bruno Fernandes. Let people that are on the same wavelength as Bruno Fernandes be in the same team. You have a different Bruno Fernandes. Like you see, there'll be a transformation, right? That's why I was pissed. One of the reasons why I
Mhm.
was pissed at Sancho last season for doing what he did was the fact that, bro, I knew Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, and Rasmus would have been a force last season, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm also
Yeah,
looking
true.
forward to that this season. Now that we have Joshua Zexi, I'm looking forward to that
Mhm.
because these
Mhm.
are people that can create. These are people that are on the same wavelength. Especially Sancho and
Yeah,
Bruno,
true.
I feel like they're on the same wavelength. They know what. So just have players around Bruno. I know a lot of people are saying he spams ball, he does Hollywood pass. Bro, I can sit you down and have clips. I'll show you clips of Kevin De Bruyne, bro. Kevin De Bruyne is the king of spam. Ask Eshko Tesh. I've told Tesh before that Kevin De
Mm.
Bruyne is
Mm.
all his spam. But the problem with that, with the good fortunate thing with that spam that he spams is the fact that he has players that will be at the end of the ball, bro. Imagine Bruno
Yeah.
Fernandes throwing a
Yeah.
pass that we tend to call a Hollywood pass to a winger, and the winger don't know how to bring the ball down, and you just so wasted effort.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. I call it me. I call it hospital pass, not Hollywood. I call it hospital
So,
pass.
no, but when you have no hospital pass is the one that you give is short off, and the person go in like he put his foot, and there's a possibility I get injured. But the one I'm talking about, the Hollywood
Mm,
pass is the
mm,
one that you already know that if the weight of the ball is good, the winger just need to apply a little bit of sense,
mhm, mhm,
and they will get the ball, right? But they would
mhm,
act as though like they don't want to pull a hamstring. Bro, you're not going to pull your hammy. Just
mhm.
a little bit forward or a little bit sideways, a little bit of 1 foot, 2 foot sideways before you jump will make you actually reach the ball. But they
It
make it
has to
look
be
like
done with this football IQ. The football IQ sometimes
that is the. I don't like coming to
matters a
stream.
lot. The
I don't
football
like
IQ.
I don't like going to people's stream and trying to bring my club down because I'm a football fan and I back my club to the limit. But
Yeah.
I'm not also
Mhm,
one that will not
mhm.
call a spade a spade. But the truth is, my football club, right? We don't have numerical
Yeah.
numbers, right, in terms of squad depth, and we don't have
Mhm,
the
mhm.
IQs, the intelligence in terms of players, right? So because sometimes
That is fact.
I watch a Brighton and I see a guy
Mhm.
with the ball. He's been cornered into one position. He's thinking so fast that maybe he just does a skill. He use the skill to just dribble the man and pass the ball quickly before the next person comes. But my own
Yeah.
wouldn't know what to do. Sometimes when they put pressure on them, so that they give the
Want
ball
to hold on
away
to the ball as well too
or
much,
they
man. It's a
foul
problem.
or they put the ball out. I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
they shouldn't be doing this in this time. So that being said about my club, it's just that we need personnel, and it's hurting me that the past regime, like I would say again, 10 years of his management cannot be undone in one day, cannot be undone in one
United is
year.
United is red. This is a link to Mark's channel.
Oh,
Please, this is the link.
he follows Mark. I've seen him on
Oh,
Mark's
it
channel
follows
a lot.
Mark.
Yeah, I've seen him on Mark's channel a lot.
Okay, okay, okay. Because it was asking for the link, so I said let me just show
No,
it.
I've
That's the
seen
link
him
there.
the
Please, you
the
can.
last time, I mean the
Okay,
last 2 times I was on
okay,
Mark's channel, he was there. I was even surprised. I was like, yo, this guy's here.
okay, 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 okay. And now, Drakes, sometimes we judge players, we call them flop, and what. Now, this is Jack Grealish. He has been at City for 3 years. Like it says here, 3 years ago, Jack Grealish signed. I'm not saying he signed Jack Grealish for around £100 million. He won 7 trophies under Guardiola. in that period, making 125 appearances and scoring 32 goals contribution. Yeah, okay. Registering 32 goals contribution. For you, would you call him a flop or not?
For
Because
me, I would
I
not call him
believe,
a flop. I would not call him a flop. He was bought to do a job to help the club win
okay,
trophies, right? Whilst some
uh-huh,
people would say, yo, but he wasn't a part of the team, right?
mm-hmm,
While
yeah,
some people would say he wasn't a part of the team that was given the bet. Whenever he was called to do his job, he did his job. So Man City on their own will say, okay, maybe Man City will not be able to cannot call him flop. Those Man City fans cannot label him flop because he was brought
yeah,
in to do a job, and every time he
and
stepped
the
on the
job is done.
pitch, he did his job.
Yeah,
And you could act you like you
mm-hmm,
just said right there, he won. They didn't give him. He won seven
mm-hmm,
trophies under Pep Guardiola, registering 32
yeah,
goals in 125 appearances, right? Goal
yeah,
contribution could be both assists and goals, right? Is that a bad return for 125
mm-hmm,
appearance? One could say yes, it could be a bad return for the kind of player that Grealish was when he was at Aston Villa. But don't forget that Aston Villa, he was the
yeah,
main man. But when he got to
yeah,
City,
true.
he was let off that role as the main man, bro. He met people
Mm-hmm,
there that were the
mm-hmm,
main men, not just one. They were the main men of
yeah,
that
true,
group. So
true,
it was a collective
true,
of
true,
men
true.
that was being main, important men in that group. So I wouldn't call him a flop. I would just say Man City paid that money for a player that they knew could do a job, and he did his job, and he won them trophies. That's how we put it.
Okay,
A
okay.
flop would
Because I,
be.
I was going,
Mhm. Go ahead.
okay, go on,
No, no, go
go
ahead.
on.
No, finish that, and I will tell you what
Because
I'm.
the reason
What
why
I,
people, because the reason why I said, for me, I was saying, I was calling him a flop kind of, because I believe if we take aside that the trophies he won and look at his numbers and look at the high test performance he had today, it was not really like what we saw at Aston Villa. But sometimes, like you said, and there's this a comment here, and I agree with my Malebina. What I'll say is just it says here, look at what Evans says. Evans said won a lot of trophies, but Eden Hazard at Real Madrid level contribution as well. Basically, because we know Eden Hazard at Real Madrid, how many champions did he win? About 2 or 3 Champions League, but did he have any contribution? No.
no,
But with
but Eden Hazard, you could tell that Eden Hazard was injured. We all knew that.
mhm,
Injury was his biggest problem. Not
mhm,
like Eden Hazard was fit all the time and he wasn't giving out his best. He was injured all the time. But for Jack Grealish, right? I think people like what Malebina is saying, right? People are coming with the notion that okay, because he was flair, he was so instrumental for Aston
mm,
Villa, he should have translated that into the Pep team and be the main man. Don't forget, it is Pep you're coming to play under, not the
mhm.
manager at
And
Aston
then,
Villa. And Pep knows how
yeah,
to apportion roles. And if you're not
mhm.
doing according to what he's asked you to do, you have a problem with him.
Take you
So,
out.
so all those flair that we thought we were going to see, because it surprised me too. Oh, Jack Grealish, if he gets at you, boom, 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 right? But when you're coming to, that's why my buddy Mark would tell you he doesn't like Pep's kind of football because Pep's kind of football killed, quote and unquote, killed football. For me, myself and Tess, we don't enjoy watching Man City. Not because they would
Key football,
win,
yeah. Key football.
not because of the fact that they would win,
Mm,
right? Even when they
yeah.
lose, maybe it's because they lose, that's
Mhm,
why we get the joy. But it's not because of that. It's the fact that the way the man is playing his football is so structured, right? That you could measure it with the tape.
mhm.
You could so when you're coming
Yeah,
to
true.
Pep
True.
Guardiola, your flair, look at Doku. That everybody's saying flair, flair, but Doku
Mhm.
will end up being like a Grealish very soon because he's got to play
Yeah,
according
true.
to that restriction. No, not restriction. He has to play according to Pep's plan. Pep's what Pep is thinking in his brain. He has to play according to that. For Pep, individual brilliance don't stand out until it's needed. It's team performance that Pep is
That's
looking
me.
out for.
Yeah, true.
So if you have your
But
individual
it's hard,
brilliance,
man.
good, it's an added advantage. But Pep is not looking for it. Pep is looking for that team performance. That's why you see the like of when Mares
It's
was there.
just.
You see the like of Mares always playing. You see them
Mhm,
because
mhm.
they know how to get with the team. So if you come in and you're
Mm.
trying to do individual, you will just see yourself on the sideline.
On the bench. Kevin says, dude just in for the party. I think he should go to Daddy Diddy party. It sounds a lot of fun. Then Moya says, I love the guy, but the same amount go and GA in 3 years compared to Alvarez first year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy, man.
um um um
Moyes,
David
David
Moyes.
Moyes.
Moyes, look at it from this perspective. If Pep had given him more game time, would he have done better? Would he have done more? Maybe. And also, like I just said, Pep doesn't allow one man run the show. Even Kevin De Bruyne, like we think runs the show, doesn't run the show. When Mahrez was there, right? I actually felt it was Mahrez that was running the show. So it's a
Yeah, it was
combination.
Mares.
It's a
More of
combination
Mares.
of players. It's a combination of players. So one man, if you are a star in one team and you go to Pepsi, one man don't become a star, bro. Everybody would he would try to incorporate
Hmm.
everybody, share the workload, right? Let me tell you something. If
Hmm.
if Ireland starts hitting a poor run of form, bro, he's gonna walk out of that team because he's gonna sit bench. He's gonna stay on the bench because Pep Guardiola wants team performance as to individual brilliance, bro. So for
Hmm.
Alvarez, and Alvarez was playing in a position where if Ireland is coming off, Alvarez is going slotting into the center
Hmm.
striker role, right? That opens him up to getting more goals
Yeah,
as a striker. But Grealish, like we saw Grealish in Arsenal, Grealish can
yeah.
dribble from the defense and go to the left wing and cut in and shoot and find an assist and do all of that, right? Because he was given a free role, right? So
Yeah,
I'm not
true,
trying to make
true.
a claim and say he had an exceptional 3 years. He's had an exceptional 3 years at Man City. No, I'm just saying with what Pep likes to do, right? Some of these players that we think
Hmm.
were superstars as a different club will find themselves being curbed,
Hmm.
being caged, right? So as to fit in to the
Mm.
system of Pep.
And that is nonsense, man. Honestly,
That's why
nonsense.
people. That's why people are
And
saying that football is gone. That's why people are saying that there's no flair in football, no dribbling. Nobody's allowed to express themselves because you express yourself too much. The other day, Anthony was trying to express himself, and a lot of backlash from the media. I'm like, yo, I knew why people were saying it. On the other, I'm like, yo, back in the days, bro, Ronaldinho can do
we
anything he
saw
wants
it.
to do. Nobody can complain.
We saw it. We
Even when
saw
he
it.
doesn't come up,
Ronaldinho.
even when he doesn't come off, he tried it. Robinho came to the league and
Yeah.
was even if when he doesn't come off, I'm like, so the thing is, they are taking away the I beg to say this, they're taking away the human aspect of football, trying to infuse these players with something different, bro. Like it has to be a streamlined thing. And we as fans, we are falling for it. When last did you watch the Premier League, right? Right, and you saw some
Hmm.
crazy goals. You could handpick them.
I mean, like I'm telling you, I posted it on the group now. I said, like, I miss these goals, man. I saw
You could
this,
handpick
watched the goal.
them.
I
You
said,
could
I miss
actually
it. Like, the only person that scored that goal last season was Bruno Fernandes. He was the
and
only one.
Ganacho
I think
overhead
he
kick.
scored two. One against, yeah, Garnacho. Bruno had two. One
Yeah,
against, okay, one was against
but
Galatasaray. The other one was against Burnley.
bro,
Burnley, then
uh,
Garnacho. But when you get to see those, we don't see it
it's
anymore.
all
We don't
about
see
it's
those
all about
screamers
pass,
anymore.
pass, pass, tap in, pass, tap
Pass,
in. Then
pass,
go to the edge of
robotic
the
football. Now
go
it's
to the
about
edge of
robotic
the box
football.
and coil one in. Just coil one
It's
in.
crazy,
And
man.
but back in the days,
look at look at
go ahead.
Nicolas Pepe. This guy Patrick says Nicolas Pepe scored 48 goals in 112 appearances and labeled him a flop. Now Grealish has 32 in 125 appearance. He's a
Nobody's
great player.
no
But
Patrick
that's what you just said.
cannot listen. Nobody's a
Trophies.
great player. I never said he was a. You asked me if he was a flop. I said I would not call him a flop because he was brought in to do a job, and one of the job he was brought
Yeah.
in was to win them trophy. Now, on the other side of that same coin, did Nicolas Pepe help Arsenal win trophy? You could actually
Mm-mm.
said you could argue that the man was on the bench, right, and they
Mhm.
gave him the trophies. You could actually argue that,
Yeah.
right? Now, I'm not
Mhm.
one to use statistics to do all of those things, right? You
Yeah.
bring okay. I ask you a question. Is Tom Cleverley, right? Tom Cleverley, is he better than Steven Gerrard
Tom Cleverley.
for
Ah,
United back then?
no. No, 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 no.
I asked
Tom
the
Cleverley
chat.
is but
I asked the chat a
he's a
question.
player.
Is Tom Cleverley better than Steven Gerrard?
Ah,
No, bro,
no, no.
no.
Ah,
But
no.
that's why I don't use the. No, I'm a United fan. I'll tell you no. And Tom Cleverley
Mhm.
won Premier League.
Yeah.
And I would so when you so that's what I'm not that's what I'm saying. You could actually argue it's this argument of is he a flop, is he not a flop? We could actually look at it from two different way many sides. For me, the man was brought in to do a job and he did the job, he helped the team win the trophy. Would I label him a flop? Or if on that context, no. But if you're going to be using goal and
Mhm.
assist, then you might as well want to do that. But if you're going to use what
Mm.
he's done based on where it's coming from, you could use that
Mhm.
yardstick as well, right? But
That's
we
true.
all know the
That's
bottom aim why a player is going to a club and why we support our football club is so that they could win on the pitch. They could win the
that's
major
true.
trophies, right?
That's true.
So
That's true.
if a
That's true.
player is brought in to do a job and they do it well, or they not even
Mhm.
do it, they're part of the team that does it, right? I take, for example, let me give you an example. The year Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took United to the final of the Europa League and we did not win it, everybody
Yeah.
quote and unquote blamed De Gea, right?
Yeah.
For
True.
missing that
Yeah.
penalty. And we are saying
Mhm.
if Romero had started that game, maybe we wouldn't have lost on penalties. Now, would you
Mhm.
not tell me that Romero is way better than De Gea?
No.
Would you now say if Romero had started that game and won that thing, would you not say Romero is a flop, although he hasn't had more starts in United? No, bro,
Mhm.
because at that time he was brought in to do a job. Man did his job and can go back to the
That's
bench.
true.
When last
That's true.
when last did we hear of when last did we hear of what's his name? When last did we hear of Ortega? Was it not when Anderson got injured? We heard of
Yeah.
Ortega. But Ortega
Yeah.
has won
Ortega.
league. Ortega has won Premier League with them, won Champions League with them. Man was
Yeah.
brought in. So why I think the reason why a lot of people are looking at flop is got to do with the price tag. Man, they paid
That's
100
true.
million for him. When Arsenal paid that money for Pepe, they were buying because looking at what Pepe was doing at that time, was it Marseille or Monaco? I can't remember which French club, right? He was
Mhm.
tearing it up there. So why not pay good
So
money for
Lily.
him? Lille, yeah. Why not pay good money
Yeah.
for him? You paid good money for him. But you brought the man in, he wasn't meeting up with what you were expecting. Now, some will
Mhm.
argue that it could be the manager's tactics. Some argue that the man wasn't caught up for the Premier League, right?
Mhm.
Now, for me, yeah, it could be any of them. But focus on the thing is Arsenal paid 72 million for a player to come do a job for them, which is the job you and I know. It's not just to come and score goals, bro. It's to come and help us win
Yeah.
trophies. Bro, if they sign you tomorrow for a football club, right? Their aim is to win.
Yeah.
It's not because they want
Yeah.
to pay you money.
Mhm. I'm talking about Grealish. Grealish,
What
Mark.
about
Let's talk
Grealish,
about
Mark?
Grealish. Grealish.
So for me, I can say it was you could actually call him a flop in terms of his goal contribution, right? But when you look at the
Yeah.
overall how Pep wants to play, you don't expect Grealish to leave an Aston Villa where he was the star man to go to a Man City where under Pep and be a star man. Mark is saying it's a
Mm-mm.
flop, right? You could actually agree that, right? But I'm saying
Mhm.
for me, it's part of the people that did a job. Simple as that.
This is
You say if Anthony is a
um
so
uh,
that's the thing. If you say Anthony is a flop, then you say Grealish is a flop because
yeah,
it's
I
not,
understand. I
it's
understand
not
what
the
he's talking about.
price
I understand
tag.
what he's saying.
If the man wasn't bought for 100 million, would we be talking about flop or not? Would we be? We will not be talking about whether it's
Mhm.
a flop or not. It's because of the
That's true. That's
price
true.
tag. And I said the price tag it is what it is because the selling club valued that player that much, and the buying club, it's like you banks, you're buying a Mercedes Benz, a high-end
Mhm.
Mercedes Benz to go do a taxi back home.
Yeah.
People might look at you and like, yo, this guy's wasting money. But to you, bro, Mercedes Benz will do me a job. Let you do the job at the taxi.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
the
what
thing.
I'm
That's
talking
the
about?
thing,
So
man.
if the club
Yeah.
is willing to pay 100 million for a player to come and sit on the bench and come in once in a while, come in once in a while, come in once in a while, bro, who are we to complain, bro?
That's true. That's true. Now I want to have a say on something because we have seen Tottenham being linked to Dominic Solanke, and people have come outside to talk crap. So people are saying it's not worth 65 million pounds,
Hmm.
but that 65 million pounds is a release clause actually.
Yeah.
So I believe Bournemouth will want around 60, 65 because Liverpool will get 20 million from
From
whatever
that. Yeah.
amount that is being sold for. Liverpool will get 20 million from for the this thing. Now, I want to know your take.
Big up, Mark. Mark says a flop. If Anthony is a flop. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I understand. I
I understand.
understand
No,
him.
that's why I say I could understand
I
both sides
understand.
of the argument. Me, I just like to
Yeah.
stay in the middle and try to see both sides.
Mm,
Like, I could understand both
mm.
sides of the argument. So you are saying for Solanke, if Solanke is worth
Solanke.
that fee.
So the reason why I'm asking you this question is this. Do you think Dominic Solanke, as it is right now, currently now, will he
Mm,
start for the top six? Because this was an argument we were having. And I brought out stats of other players,
mm,
like the likes of Darwin Nunez, Nicholas Jackson,
mm,
um, Saka, and them. I brought their stats out.
mm,
And when I looked at their stats, this guy was actually far better than everybody.
mhm.
So currently now, do you think he starts for top six? I know Man City won't start for Man City because of Haaland, but do you think he starts for Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea, and Arsenal?
Following what he did last season at Bournemouth, right? He was
Hmm.
he was instrumental for Bournemouth last season. He had goals for
Yeah.
Bournemouth last season, right? As a
Hmm.
striker, those are the things. That's the reason why you play that position as a striker.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, right? He has put himself in the window where a top six club actually is looking at him, right?
Yeah.
So he could start
Hmm.
now. He could start for a top six, depending on who is
Hmm.
looking at him, because he's put himself out there.
Yeah.
You and I talked the other day about Tony. Why is nobody going in for Tony, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going in for
Yeah.
Tony because, in my opinion, again, he didn't do well to put himself out there. But Solanke, in the team he played, don't forget that he played under. I think he played under two managers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So last
Raiola
season,
and who
the first
again?
guy, I've forgotten the first guy, but the first guy was sacked and Raiola took over, something like that. So
Yeah.
So for me, he's put himself in there. Top six. Maybe not so much an Arsenal. And Arsenal will not be needing maybe the Arsenal might be looking, we have somebody in that mode. United obviously
Hmm.
will not look at him, right? Aston Villa already have
Hmm.
Oli Watkins. Chelsea,
Yeah.
maybe Chelsea, and because Chelsea actually needs a striker, right? Nicolas
Yeah.
Jackson, I think he was better than Nicolas Jackson last season. And if you're playing, if Kopama is behind someone like a Solanke, there's bound to be goals for Solanke. Now, so
Man, lot of goals, man. Lot of
Chelsea
goals.
and Tottenham might be where. So if you're going to be buying him for Tottenham, don't forget Tottenham sold Harry Kane, and I don't think they replaced properly, right? So
Hmm. Yeah, I know they have not replaced him as well.
Richarlison didn't really cut it out for them last season. So it's a good move for Solanke. It's a good move. Champions, Europa League position, so it's going to be in Europe. Gives him more chance to
Yeah.
actually put his name. I think he's English as well, right? Solanke is English, right?
Hmm.
Let me see. If
Yeah.
it's yeah, so he's putting himself in a position of okay, play for the big C's. Now, will I go to the World Cup
World
is
Cup.
coming in World Cup is coming in 2 years time, right? Will I yes English? So it's English. So these are
Hmm.
for me. It's a good move for him. A good move for Tottenham, who's trying to get him. Maybe Chelsea, yeah, and Tottenham, yeah, good move for both parties involved. Richarlison, nah. I mean,
Honestly, it should be a
I
good
don't
one,
know
man. I
why
know
people think Richarlison is exceptional. I don't think so. Because the time we were being linked to Richarlison, I was hitting my head on the wall. I'm like, yo, no, 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 please don't do this.
it was injury now. Injury fucked him up as well.
No,
Injury fucked him
Richarlison
up,
is not
man.
that great.
This is what Kepa says. Kepa said, he said, I like the way he scored the goal. He will probably be a perfect replacement for Hurricane.
Yeah,
And
because
because, like you
but
said, they have not replaced him as yet.
Richarlison was
Then
supposed to take
David
the
Moyes
mantle.
says,
Go ahead. Go
mhm.
ahead.
No,
David
continue.
Moyes.
I just want to hear it.
No,
I want to hear the statement.
Richarlison was
Continue.
supposed to take the mantle, right? Right, share the load
Mm-hmm.
between Son and himself, but he
Son,
didn't really live up to the billing.
Kulusevski.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so for me, getting a Solanke is just telling Richarlison, yo, bro, It's looking like your time
Mm.
is almost up here. If you don't cut it out this season, right? And I won't be surprised if he doesn't cut it out this season, he will be gone. Richarlison will be gone.
They are looking to ship him off to Saudi Arabia actually because it was said that Al Hilal, the club for Firmino, are ready to meet the 60 million evaluation of Richarlison.
Richarlison.
So maybe that's why Tottenham are looking to sign him. And by the way, if Tottenham can sign Richarlison for 65 billion, then what are we talking about for this guy? Then Moya says people laughed at me when I said Solanke is an option for Chelsea. Now he's moving to Spurs, where I am certain is gonna go up a notch. And that's the honest truth, man. I believe he's going to play very
Don't
well.
forget that Dominic Solanke was
Yeah,
a player for, I think, was it Liverpool?
Chelsea and Liverpool. Chelsea and
Was
Liverpool.
to play somewhere. I might be wrong, but yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
used to.
played for Chelsea and played for Liverpool as well.
Liverpool. Yeah, he was from Liverpool. He went to Bournemouth. Yeah, he played for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget, man has had what 199 appearance for Bournemouth and has scored 72 goals. Don't see it for me. That question you asked about top six is a very so for me. Chelsea, Liverpool. If United did not have a striker, maybe, right? But we
Mhm.
already have Joshua, we already have Rasmus, so it's off the window, off the door. Um, Arsenal, no,
You
Arsenal
don't think you
already.
need,
Arsenal,
you don't think you need
Arsenal don't need
Arsenal.
a,
Arsenal don't have a striker.
Arsenal need an Isaac kind of striker. If Arsenal gets a
Yeah, that's
Solanke, he
true.
will be on the bench because
I just feel that
that
this guy
name
will not
would
use him, man.
that name Ateta will not use him that much, right? So
Honestly, man. It's
it's
crazy.
another person that can be on the bench for Pep to be on the bench. But
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah, true.
Tottenham or and a Chelsea, he would start. I
Straight.
see him starting.
You
I
go
see him
straight to the first
starting. I
11.
see him starting. I see him starting.
Did you see what Onana said? Onana said he wants to take more risk.
Um,
Onana. Onana said he wants to take more risk. Onana. He said he's saying he's warning you guys in advance. You guys need to brace yourself because next season he wants to take more risk. I don't know what he's talking about though, but he said he wants to take more risk. But in our opinion, who do you think is going to be the first manager to be sacked?
bro? I don't like, I don't like the manager sack talk, bro. Because
Because
whilst I know
you
it's all banned, it's all
mhm.
banned and it's all part of the game. Managers will not do well
Yeah,
and they would get sacked and all of that, right? But don't forget that
yeah,
these are people that are actually going to be losing. They will get
their
paid at the
job.
end of the day, but there's job wise, you're losing it, right? So I don't
Yeah.
know who's. I haven't seen. We have to wait for the first 10 games of the season, but I feel
Mhm.
like if Chelsea gets an itchy pant or itchy hand, they might want to pull the plug very quick if Maresca does not deliver.
That
For
you see, they'll sack
United,
him.
we've seen that the manager has been guaranteed 1 full year. So for me, about
Mm.
sacking, it's not even in my head about if they wake up tomorrow and sack the manager, I will because I sorry, I don't curse, right? I will be fuming at them
Mm.
because I'm like, once I will fume at them, I will understand and I will move on, right? But I don't think that will happen.
Mhm.
So slots just came in, right? Don't for if there are players, there are managers in the lower half of the table who I feel like they might get found out easy, especially the coach for the new. I think there's a new coach for Leicester City. Even
Yeah,
McKenna that
Stephen Cooper.
everybody,
McKenna.
Stephen Cooper for okay, that's in itself. McKenna, people have been asking lyrically about McKenna for Ipswich. Ipswich, the Premier League is not championship. People tend to say championship
Mhm.
is harder. Is this, bro? Have you played in the Premier League?
Mhm.
So for me, yeah, those are the names I would actually be looking at. Like I would put a couple of names like Stephen Cooper, Eddie Howe, quote unquote Maresca. Postecoglou, I'm not too sure, except he gets into an altercation rate with the board. That's where they will let him go. But I'm gonna put a name from the lower division if I have to. A
Mm.
name from the lower team. Yeah. And yeah, maybe Maresca. That Maresca move to Chelsea from Leicester, it will hurt him if he doesn't deliver. It will hurt him because he hasn't
Man,
played.
that
He
was
has.
crazy.
I know he's coached with Pep before. Even Pep, when he came to the league, he found out
He
that
struggled with it now. He struggled with
this
it.
league is not something that you can, so. But if they decide to give these managers time, especially Maresca, yeah, he would do well.
Mhm.
He would do well.
Yeah,
But
that's it. They give him time. But
that's why I
you
said
know why I asked is that the top five I saw people were talking about was Eddie Howe. They spoke about the Glasner, the coach for
no for
Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace. No, that guy, that guy's
Eddie
not
Howe,
even started work.
Glasner,
Mm.
Nuno
No,
Espirito, Nuno
boo.
for coach
That's why I
for.
said there are names at the bottom after you would actually look and be like, yo, you question them. Not really the top. It's the bottom. Nuno is yeah. I even forgot Nuno was in the league.
Man, Nuno also was also among. I was just laughing. I saw when I saw the list, man.
Nuno
But for me,
Nuno
I
has been
think
sacked before. He can be sacked again.
that guy to take sacking for he lives for sacking, man. So, but for me, I'll be surprised if Eddie Howe they sack Eddie Howe. I don't think they'll sack Eddie
I
Howe
don't think they'll
because
sack Eddie Howe. These guys are
when
too
he
they're
was
too
linked to the
loyal.
England job, they said they don't want him because they are building a project with Eddie Howe. So I don't think they will sack Eddie Howe. So I
But
believe
the
even because
project that
even though
uh
the job for the England job was waiting for him already.
the project that Liverpool, Newcastle are trying to build with Eddie Howe, if they sack Eddie Howe, they better get a coach like him, because if they go and decide to want to get an expansive coach like what United did with moving away from Ole to get to
Mm,
Eric Ten Hag, then they would have to put their
yeah,
foot on the ground, because it's going to alter the trajectory of what they're trying to do. Eddie Howe is the king. Is the king of the low block. If Eddie Howe
yeah,
means to low block you, bro, go and get all the attackers in the world. It will be difficult, right? So
and
if you're
he's
saying
doing a good job though.
I'm not, so that's what I'm saying. I don't. It moved them from the relegation zone into a top four side. Went to the Champions League. Now it's ended up in the Europe. Is it Europa League? Yeah, Europa League and all of that, right? So except his stocks drops this coming season and his team gets found out very easy. So, but like we could put him there, but I don't. His name is the percentage for him getting sacked would be like, bro, like 5%, bro, compared to other names like Cooper, Cooper,
Yeah, Cooper was on Cooper. Steve Cooper was also there, man. Steve Cooper.
Glasner just got in
Drex,
there.
this guy that Chelsea went to get, Samu Morodon, because
Oh, Moradon.
Fabrizio Romano just reported it. Morodon, yeah. Like, do you know anything about him? Have you seen him play? Because me, some people have been asking from the chat, like, do I know? I said I don't know anything about him. I've not seen him playing, so I cannot really give my take on him. Do you think he's good? Have you seen him play
Is it?
at all?
It's not. It's not. Is it not from Atletico Madrid? Did he really play
Yeah,
last
Atletico
season?
Madrid, yeah. He did not really play.
So
I thought they gave him
Atletico, any
7
player
years
coming,
contract. 7 years
any
contract.
we know, bro, you shouldn't be surprised. Yes,
Man.
should be surprised. Chelsea knows how to do this amortization, right? So um,
Yeah.
they know they cannot go eight. If not, if the club allow them, if they allow him to go eight, right? If they would, he would have gone
Mhm.
eight. So let me just quickly look at his stats, because I know he plays for Atletico
Okay.
Madrid, but it's not something that he's 72 appearance, 27 goals, one assist. Last season he had
Mhm.
35 appearances in the La Liga, scored 9 goals. So it's and he's a striker, center forward.
Man.
But the thing
Man.
is, buy striker, buy striker. Chelsea are looking to buy ready-made, buy good. Go to this to store. Go to Balogun Market, bro. Buy better quality. You are looking to just go by the Aboki right the corner and say, bro, my friend,
I
just
don't know what
give me
I
that
don't know
thing.
what they're doing, man. I don't
You're
know what they're
spending
doing.
35 M's for this guy. You spent how much did you spend for Nicholas? How much? So what's stopping you for just say, buy this you spend 100 on, yeah, I was gonna talking about this, talking about going back on flop.
Modric.
Someone like Modric, you someone with
Modric.
10. I'm waiting for him this season. If he doesn't deliver, then I cannot, because I don't like to tempt them flop. I cannot say, okay, this guy, no, you weren't, you they overpaid for you, bro. right? They overpaid, So for going back to Chelsea, spend money. You're buying left, right, bro. Man, I don't know. For me, if he didn't really do well at kind of from he played most of his time, he spent most of the time at the B team, and if he
Alvarez, Deportivo Alvarez.
yeah, so if he doesn't do well at what should I call it? If he didn't do well at Atletico Madrid,
Man,
oh my days,
man,
bro.
United is ready. You have come with your question again. This guy, like, man,
Bro, I have just 2 minutes
Rooney.
because I have to go. I have to help my missus get a few things
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no problem.
Rooney,
I will
Prime
come in.
Rooney, Prime
You
Rahul,
know,
Prime Drogba, Prime Aguero, or Prime Aguero. Oh my
oh,
days,
man.
bro. How many am I to pick,
This is
Brad? Are we picking one or we're picking two? Make it two, please, and I give you my two.
my two. My two will be. My two will be Aguero, Aguero and Drogba. Yeah, Aguero and Drogba. That will be my two. Honestly, Drogba and Aguero. Before you go, Drex, should in case you
Mm.
guys don't get Ugarte and you don't get Zubimendi, who would you
Oh,
recommend for that midfield? Because
oh
for
boy.
United,
If we don't get Ugarte, we don't get Zubamendi. And let's just close our eye and get Frankie de Jong then. Bro,
close the Clever Frankie De Jong.
bro, let's
All
just,
right,
bro, this kind of a thing like, just give me,
just give me.
just
Let me
fill
just take it.
in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So because
yeah.
I can't imagine playing with McTominay again.
Ah, no, man.
When my manager was being signed, when we had the contract when we heard the news that Eric Ten Hag was coming, right? Um, I said to Tesh, this manager, if he scales year one, he will not
Mm,
scale year two if he picks Scott McTominay as part of his lineup. If he doesn't try to
mm.
beg them to sell Scott McTominay, he will not go year past year two. And he almost did not go past year two. If the Glazers were in charge of the footballing side, bro, they would have sacked him. We know how Ed
Yeah.
Woodward and how Arnold and the likes they work, they would have sacked him. Right? Now, going to play no, that Mark, that answer, the man was speaking Aguero. I would pick if it was two
It was
players,
two.
I would pick Rooney and Drogba in that order. Rooney and Drogba, right? So
Mm.
if you say it's one, then erase it. It's Rooney for me. So for me,
Okay, I think it's
I don't want to see Mark Tomini even coming from the bench, right? 20 minutes to go, right? Coming to
mhm.
do what now? There's no if he doesn't come to get his head on the ball, maybe score and it's not like he scores every time. It's an odd goal he scores once in how many minutes, right? If he's not doing that, then what's the
Yeah.
use of him in the team? So I might as well just close my eye and get somebody that I know would impact my team. You
Okay.
understand? So
Okay.
get somebody I know that
Yeah.
at least if we decide to start him, it would impact the team positively. If we decide to bench him and bring him off the bench, it would impact the team positively. Not somebody that if we
Mhm.
start, we're already saying we are playing one man down.
Yeah. And Mark says Prime Aguero was what it for 18 months. Prime Rooney was a decade. Ah, well, that's true. That's true. But I didn't really think about it that much, man. I
Oh,
didn't think about it, but that's a good one.
if you look at Rooney's trajectory, right?
Yeah.
Rooney stopped being like Rooney was eight. Rooney
Mm.
was
Mm.
he striker? Was he 10? You know?
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
So they
Like
could
he can
so
play. He can play
so
everywhere,
Ferguson
man.
put him as striker. Ferguson will deploy him to the 10. Ferguson will deploy him to the right. Man was literally part of the people that gave way for Ronaldo to blossom.
Honestly, man. Honestly.
So
Honestly.
that's how I see Rooney. So for me, Rooney. And
He
Drogba, the
was
reason why I
special. He
put
was special.
Drogba because Drogba knows how to destroy a defense. Drogba knows how to
Hmm.
destroy a defense.
Yeah, true. True. Only guys, please. I hope you are smashing the like button and also subscribing, please. I want to. We're going to end the show here. We're going to end it here. United is ready. You're asking. I think that topic I'm going to answer it later. Maybe on the debate show. We answer that question.
On Friday.
Man like Drex, man. Please go relax, go rest, man. Please. I'm sure everybody watching. Please, I'll post the link to to Drake's channel. Please go there, show some love, man. And I love you guys, man. And this is where we're going to draw the curtain for the show. I'll see you guys probably in the morning for the transfer talk show. If anything is happening, we'll talk about it. But for now, for me, it's good night, guys, from Table Banks and man like Drex, man. Really appreciate you coming to the channel. I really appreciate you
No problem.
coming online.
Anytime,
I'm really happy you are here.
we are Wednesdays and
Yeah,
Fridays. We got it locked.
yeah. Sure, my man. Sure, my man. What do you have? What do you have coming up?
Next Thursday is gonna be possible outcome intro to the season because we have a game with Man City on Saturday. So I don't
Okay,
know, I
okay.
might be doing that one alone because Tess just got his hand full right now. So, but we'll see. But there's gonna be possible outcome
I
tomorrow,
might.
Thursday.
You just send me the link. I might
I'll
jump
send
in.
yeah,
Send me the link.
yeah,
I'll jump in there.
yeah. Mark
Yeah.
will definitely
Okay, no
be
problem.
Mark. If Mark is not, because Mark, I think if Mark, yeah, he's off. He's told me he's on vacation. He's on break from school, so might have Mark tomorrow as well for the possible outcome.
Okay. No problem, man.
Season is about to start, so
Um,
guys, be excited. The season is about to start. It's gonna be fun.
yeah, we are happy, man. We are happy because football is going to come back, and we're happy, man. And that is all for us, guys, man. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.